I'm Hayley from Hayley and the Jane from So Hayley Jane, and I'm here today to do a makes video. I haven't done a makes video in such a long time. I can't even remember, probably at least 20 years ago, 2 years ago. Oh my gosh, it's the end of the day. It's actually 4:15 and I have to leave in about 15 minutes to pick Mia up. So should breathe, can't take too long. But I was hoping to film this video about 2 hours ago, and then stuff came up and haven't been able to. But I'm here at the office and I have my outfits with me to share with you, so it's now or pretty much never. I'm ready. Here we go. So let's start off with this first dress. Is the Tilly and the Buttons Billy sweatshirt and dress pattern that I sent in the January boxes, out of this world boxes, along with this amazing cotton jersey, which I don't know if you can see. It's it's a galaxy print, but it's got white and silver foil print all over it. So it is absolutely beautiful. And I made the Tilly and the Buttons Billy. I couldn't find the pattern this morning in my rush to get here, so I can't quite remember what size I cut out. But I've gone for the balloon sleeves. Now this is quite different for me. I'm not used to having such a high neckline and having puffy sleeves as well, so it all feels quite bold for me, I guess. Bold might not be the right word, but this feels a lot, but I think I like it. But I did hack the dress, this sort of dress version, a little bit. So I'm going to stand up, I'm going to stand up and show you. Ta-da! So the Tilly and the Buttons Billy dress doesn't have a gathered skirt. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll put a picture here. But the sweatshirt just continues in the original pattern and sort of comes down to about here and then has a cuff. But I didn't feel like that would suit my shape. I am plus size, I have a lot of hip and a lot of bum, and there is a little bit of a waist here, and I've made sweatshirts, and obviously I just kind of feel like I drown a little bit in a sweatshirt. Not that I've done a great job of not drowning in this fabric, but I feel like it just gives a little bit more definition, and I can add a belt here too as well. So all I did was decided where I wanted the bodice to finish and chopped it off. I probably could, no, I think I got it just about right. I could probably come down a little bit. That looks bad, doesn't it? And then I used just a skirt pattern piece from the Colette Patterns Monetta, the old tried and true Monetta. Cut the skirt out, gathered it, and put it in. And actually, no, I didn't gather it. I tell a lie. Let me come back. So I did try gathering it at first, but it just wasn't coming together very well. I tried gathering it, but there was just still, what was wrong with it? It just wasn't working. It wasn't, the skirt wasn't attaching to the bodice well enough. So I used the technique from the Monetta pattern and got a long piece of elastic, measured it to my waistband to where I wanted it to be, and used the elastic along the skirt. The bodice, I did have to bring the bodice in a little bit. It was kind of just hacked together. When I say a pattern hack, it really was a hack. But you can kind of see what I did. So I ended up taking the side seams in from underneath the arm and taking it in just to give a little bit more definition. But I am happy with it. I really like it. Let me show you it with the belt. So I've also got, move the chair out of the way, just a skinny belt, which isn't actually ideal, but I need to get a new one because I've got this issue, but I tend to just sort of tie it in a little loop. like so. So yeah, the belt kind of adds a little bit of extra definition as well, and I'm really happy with it. I do feel like I should have put pockets in. I didn't put pockets in because I never actually add anything to pockets, but now I want somewhere to put my hands, and there isn't anywhere to put my hands, so I feel a bit lost. So maybe whatever I do, whether or not I think I'm going to use the pockets, I should add pockets. But yeah, there you are. That is dress number 1. I do really love the sleeves. I've shied away from big sleeves until recently, and actually I think I really like them. But I probably would like a little bit more skin showing here, I think, just a little bit of a lower neckline perhaps next time. But I do want to make the sweatshirt version as well. I bought some fabric from the Knitting and Stitching show. No, not the Knitting and Stitching show, the Stitch Festival a couple of weeks ago that I'm hoping will become a sweatshirt. But anyway, this is make number 1, and I love it. I am happy with it. I just need to get used to this. I will be right back with make number 2. And this is make number 2. I should warn you, it's a very blue jersey heavy makes session, this one. For some reason, all my makes have been in blue jersey fabrics, and also my overlocker is on the Blink. For some reason, I've been trying to rethread it and I just can't get it to work. I need to take it to a sewing machine repair person. So yes, everything is jersey at the moment. And this is number 2. Actually this is number 1. This is the first one I made this year, back in January. The fabric is a beautiful Ponte Roma from Sewisfaction, and the pattern is the Sew Over It heather dress. So I shall stand up and show you. So this is quite a different style of dress for me, and as you can see, I've put the belt with the, that's not good, is it? Maybe I should put it on the side like that. So I put a little belt with it because it needed bringing in a bit at the back. I made, what size did I make? A size 18, so I got the bigger size band, and it's a size 18 at the top, and then I've graded out, I think it was to a size 24 at the hips. And because it's princess seam with these pockets, it was quite tricky to figure out how to grade it. But I sent an email to customer services at Sew Over It, and they sent back a really helpful PDF. Is it a PDF or images? Just images, I think, of how to grade. So if ever you're not sure, then definitely get in touch with the pattern company and they will be able to help you. I do really like it. It's really, really different for me. I'll take the belt off so that you can see what I mean. I could definitely alter it because of the princess seams at the back. I could take it in, but let's face it, I'm probably not going to do that. If I make this dress again though, I will definitely do some alterations. So you can see it just kind of, it looks all right from the front, but then when I turn around, it just feels a bit matronly. Do you know what I mean? As the colour doesn't help either. It feels kind of matronly because there's just no definition there for me at all. But it's got these princess seams, so I could potentially take that in a little bit. But actually, I quite like it with the belt. I think the belt adds a little bit of something, and I feel quite sophisticated actually in this dress, which is not something I very often feel, I'll be honest. Now, I don't mean that in a sad way. I just mean most of my clothes are practical or comfortable, and this is comfortable and it's fairly practical, but I guess I quite often wear plain colours, and this quite often wear prints, whereas this is a plain. So yeah, it does feel quite sophisticated. The only thing I do need to change is I need to unpick the neckband and take it in a bit, because you can see it's a bit loosey-goosey. So yeah, it's lazy. It definitely needs altering, but there we go. That's make number 2. Oh, I think the other thing, if I was going to make this again, I need to bring the shoulder seams up a bit. You can see they're hanging a bit low, so they should be about here. bit down here. So that's make number 2, and I should go and switch into make number 3. I feel like I should do some kind of what's it called, transition, like a spin or something, like Gabardashery used to do a spin. Maybe I'll I don't know if that worked or if it did anything other than just making me dizzy. This is make number 3, and possibly the one that feels the most me out of all of the dresses. I love the other 2 dresses, but this one feels most like my usual style. Although I could probably do with a little cami top underneath because it's a bit booby. It is the Simple Sew Lena wrap dress. I think this came in a magazine. And I've made it a couple of times before. The first time I made it in the wrong fabric, years and years and years ago, and it was too tight, and I then was pregnant with Mia, so my size went up anyway. Then I made it 2 or 3 years ago, and I did a YouTube sew along in really gorgeous yellow jersey, but the top bodice is so big. So go careful with the sizings on this one, I will say. So I sized right down. When I first made it, I made it in a straight size 20, I think. But I sized right down, and I made the top of the bodice a size 16 and then graded out to a 20 at the waist. So I'll stand up so you can see. So here it is. It's a gorgeous faux wrap dress with a waistband that goes all the way around the back as well. And I love how it sort of fits here. It's lined as well. It's lined in the same fabric. The bodice and the waistband is lined in the same fabric. The fabric, by the way, is a viscose jersey that I sent in the classic and mini boxes back in November. And yeah, I really love it. It feels very, I don't know what the word is, voluptuous. But I am so happy with it. I do really, really love this one. It feels very comfortable, it feels very flattering, it feels very girly, but not too girly. But yeah, I do need just a little vest top just to cover that bit up there. So yeah, like I said, the bust for size 16 is 36.5. So yeah, I did size down quite a bit, but it fits so much better, and yeah, I just love it. There's not much else to say. Like I said, it's fully lined, you can see, fully lined in the same fabric, and then has a nice floaty skirt. So yeah, it feels very floaty. Anyway, those are my only three makes for January and February. I've got a couple of makes on the go at the moment, so I will do some kind of plans video, and I need to do my Stitch Festival haul as well so that I can show you those bits too. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you've got any questions about any of the patterns that I have shown you today, then do pop a comment below and give this video a like and subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you all next week. Have a lovely day, everyone.